The human heart is a remarkable organ, beating over 100,000 times a day, tirelessly keeping us alive. Yet as we age, its resilience is tested. If you're over 50, you may have felt it. That slight discomfort in your chest after a big meal, the occasional shortness of breath while climbing stairs, or that creeping anxiety about your next doctor's visit. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. And for those over 60, the risk only increases. But what if I told you there are things your doctor might not be telling you? Things that could change the course of your health. Imagine this. A 62-year-old man named John wakes up one morning feeling a bit more fatigued than usual. He chalks it up to a bad night's sleep. Over the next few weeks, he notices that simple activities like walking to the mailbox or standing in the kitchen for too long leave him feeling unusually exhausted. He even feels a slight pressure in his chest, but dismisses it as indigestion. A month later, John suffers a massive heart attack. John is not alone. Many people in their 60s and beyond ignore or misunderstand the early warning signs of heart disease. We often assume a heart attack will strike suddenly with dramatic chest pain and collapse, like in the movies. But in reality, the signs can be subtle. Unexplained fatigue, dizziness, nausea, even discomfort in the jaw or back. These could be your body's way of signaling trouble ahead. Why don't doctors emphasize these symptoms more? The truth is, many physicians focus on treating existing conditions rather than preventing them. They may check your cholesterol, prescribe medication, and remind you to exercise. But the nuanced, day-to-day changes in your body that signal an oncoming heart problem, those often get overlooked. If you've been told that the only way to manage your heart health is through medication, you're only getting half the story. Yes, medications like statins and beta blockers can help, but they come with potential side effects, muscle pain, memory issues, and even an increased risk of diabetes. What if there was another way? Consider Margaret, a 68-year-old retired school teacher. After her husband's passing, she fell into a cycle of stress eating and inactivity. Her doctor prescribed medication for high blood pressure and cholesterol, but deep down, she felt like she was losing control of her own body. Then she made one small change. She started walking every morning, just 10 minutes at first, then 20, then 30. She swapped processed foods for fresh vegetables, cut down on sugar, and practiced deep breathing exercises before bed. Within 6 months, her doctor was astonished. Her blood pressure had dropped, her cholesterol improved, and she felt better than she had in years. The key takeaway? Medications can help, but lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, stress management are often just as, if not more, powerful. We've all heard that diet plays a role in heart health, but did you know that certain foods can actively fight heart disease? The Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, fish, nuts, and fresh produce, has been shown to reduce heart disease risk by up to 30%. In contrast, processed foods, excess sugar, and trans fats can accelerate heart problems. Imagine a plate filled with colorful vegetables, grilled salmon drizzled with olive oil, and a handful of almonds for dessert. Now compare that to a greasy fast food burger, a side of fries, and a sugary soda. Your heart knows the difference. Studies show that people who consume diets high in processed foods are twice as likely to develop heart disease. Simple swaps make a difference. Try replacing butter with olive oil, swapping white bread for whole grains, and incorporating more leafy greens into your meals. Even small changes can yield significant results. In the world of heart health, alternative treatments often spark controversy. Can supplements, herbal remedies, or lifestyle practices genuinely help, or are they just wishful thinking? The answer lies somewhere in between. For example, coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, has been found to support heart function, particularly in those taking statins. Magnesium plays a crucial role in regulating heart rhythm. Even meditation and deep breathing can significantly lower blood pressure and reduce stress, which is a silent contributor to heart disease. However, not all alternative treatments are backed by science. Be wary of miracle cures promising to clean out your arteries overnight. Instead, focus on well-researched approaches that complement rather than replace medical advice. Have you ever noticed how stress makes your heart race? That's no coincidence. Chronic stress releases cortisol, a hormone that can raise blood pressure, promote inflammation, and contribute to heart disease over time. But there's another factor that's just as dangerous: loneliness. Studies show that social isolation increases the risk of heart disease as much as smoking or obesity. This is especially critical for older adults who may live alone or have lost a spouse. Take James, for instance. After retiring, he found himself spending more and more time alone. His energy dwindled, his motivation to cook healthy meals disappeared, and he stopped going for walks. Then his daughter encouraged him to join a local community group. He started attending weekly meetups, reconnected with old friends, and even adopted a rescue dog. Within months, his mood lifted and his heart health improved. One of the most damaging myths is that heart disease is inevitable with age. While aging increases risk, it's not a death sentence. Another misconception? That once you're on heart medication, you can't get off it. Many people have reversed their need for medication through diet, exercise, and stress management. Finally, some believe that if they don't feel pain, their heart must be fine. As we discussed earlier, symptoms can be silent. Regular checkups, lifestyle adjustments, and paying attention to small changes in your body are critical. So what can you do today? Start by listening to your body. If something feels off, don't dismiss it. Make small, sustainable changes. Walk more, eat better, sleep deeper, and manage stress. Reach out to friends and family, build a support system, and find joy in daily movement. Most importantly, don't wait for a wake-up call like John's heart attack or Margaret's health scare. Be proactive. Your heart has been beating for you since the day you were born. Maybe it's time you start taking better care of it in return. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell us in the comments, what's one thing you're doing today to improve your heart health? Let's keep the conversation going, and together, we can create a future where aging doesn't mean giving up on living fully.